Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with drugstore favorites from every category. I have a full face of drugstore favorites on today and I love them. I'm going through every category and going to tell you my absolute top drugstore for every category, and I'm just going to jump right into this, and I'm going to start with eye primer. The CoverGirl Lid Lock is fantastic. It's a doe foot and I just put it on my eyelid and then I get a beauty blender or a brush and blend it out. This makes my eyeshadow last all day long through workouts, shower. It lasts all day and just stays so fresh. And it makes it easier to put my eyeshadow on. I do have to be careful because when I put it on, it sticks. I like this as much as my Smashbox, and it stays in my little everyday makeup bag. I love it. Okay, next for face primer, I have two. One is the NYX Angel Veil, and one is the Flower Beauty Perfecting Primer. Both of these perfect. I would say if I was going to pick a number one, it would be the Angel Veil, because this blurs and perfects. It looks like this, and then it blurs and perfects. Doesn't feel sticky or slick. Maybe a little tiny bit sticky. Just makes my skin better than it actually is. And then the Flower Beauty Perfecting Primer, this is more of has a silicone slip to it, and I love this too. It's clear, but somehow it just makes my skin look better than it actually is. And I love both of these. If I'm going to pick one, the Angel Veil may be slightly ahead of the Flower, but I love them both. Okay, next, for a color corrector, I will use one of two things. In the past, the NYX color corrector was a holy grail. Then I kind of put it away and just used this Age Rewind in the brightening. In the past couple of months, though, my allergies have gotten so bad, and with that, some pretty severe dark circles. I repurchased this NYX color corrector, and I love this. I think when my dark circles are at their worst, this is probably my best color corrector from the drugstore. I could probably go a shade darker and cover dark circles even better. I also like this Age Rewind brightener, though. This is very much like the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. And this covers dark circles great too. I love it. This also would be my top just concealer from the drugstore. Y'all, I've tried a lot of inexpensive concealers from the drugstore. I just have not found anything that stands up to my NARS, my Shape Tape, my Too Faced, except this. It's velvety, it's a full cover. I like the one in brightening. Okay, next, for a setting spray, my favorite from the drugstore, I love my Milani Make It Last. This is great for taking down a powder look, for setting foundation down, concealer, making foundation last longer. I love the Milani Make It Last. Okay, next, powders. I would say the RCMA, because this is transparent. This is very much like my Derma Blend. These are pretty interchangeable. Just no color, just sets everything down real nice. This would probably be my top pick because I like this under the eyes and for all over the face. It's just a great transparent powder, no color to it. Right up there with that, though, is the Maybelline Fit Me. I love this in the lightest shade. This is in 05 Fair, and I love this too. And then I also love the Rimmel Stay Matte. I have not let myself replace this because I'm in use-ups. I loved it for setting and finishing. It's beautiful. For a finishing blurring powder, it's the Flower Beauty Satin Finishing Powder. This is beautiful. It's what I have on today. Heard about this on Mandy Davis MUA. I love this. It just has a very slight luminosity, very blurring, very perfecting, and I think I paid $7. Mandy Davis MUA, I believe, compared this to the original La Mer. I never got to try the La Mer, but this is beautiful. Okay, next, for foundations, I have two, and they're both Maybelline. The one I have on today is the Matte and Poreless. If I want a medium cover, I will pick this up. If I want a full cover, I will pick up the Superstay. They're just easy to use, go on perfect, wear perfect. These are great. Okay, next, bronzers. I love the one I'm using up, the Butter Bronzer, and I have this in light. This is great. It gives me a great glow every single day, and I've hit pan in it. But my number one so far is the Milani Silky Matte. This is what I have on today, and it just makes my skin, it just makes it look healthy. It's on my ring finger. It builds up nicely, doesn't go on too heavy. It has a nice buildup on it and a very slight radiance to it that just makes me look like I have a healthy glow. This is beautiful. Next, for blushes, if I was just going to pick one favorite blush, it's going to have to be a peachy pink. That's the best for my complexion, and I have two that I love from the drugstore. One is by NYX, and it's NYX Hamptons. This is so beautiful. It's on my ring finger and brightening. This is like the matte version of Luminoso. And then the Luminoso by Milani, I would have to take a Luminoso, and it's that. See, those together, the Hamptons with the Luminoso on top is perfect for me. So those are probably my top two drugstores. But I also love these flower cream blushes. And I have it in Melon, which is a very orangey color. This one in Bitten is, here, I'll show this one to y'all. It looks like it's going to be like a dark red. And then it shears out to like a sheer red. It just makes me look like I just came in from the cold. You have to be so careful with these because they're so pigmented. These are fabulous. I love them. And then from L'Oreal, I love the Tender Rose. That dusty pink is beautiful on my pinky. And I love that. That's probably my favorite L'Oreal right now. Okay, next for highlighter, the Essence Pure Nude. Y'all, it is a lit from within glow. It is beautiful. I'm going to put a little on for you. Yeah, that reminds me of the Steal a Kitten. It's a beautiful everyday highlighter. Okay, next for eyeshadow. If you've been with me, you won't be surprised. Y'all, I'm not real tempted by drugstore eyeshadows. I like a higher end eyeshadow, but there are a couple that stand next to my upper end, and I love them. The Milani, there's three of them, and I love them all. The Bold Obsessions, beautiful. The Soft and Sultry, which reminds me very much of the Tartelette and Bloom. I love this. This one is what I have on today. And then the Most Loved Mattes. And it's got cools and warms in it. And then another brand that's inexpensive. It's not at the drugstore, but my Morphes absolutely compete with my upper end. And I stay just as excited about these. This Morphe 25B. Never had a bad look with that. I can always get this out. Look, I hit pan on one of them. I hit pan on that one. I love this palette. And then 3502. This is more of a fall palette, but just beautiful. The Morphes and the Milanis. These are as good as anything in my drawer. For a lash primer, the Essence. This is better than anything else I have ever tried. Now, I will tell you, I put this on and I immediately put my mascara on. My Essence Sculpted Volume is my absolute top drugstore. I put this on and then I immediately put this on because this does get stiff. So I immediately put this on over it. These, holy grail. Okay, and then a very close second to my Sculpted Volume is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Doesn't flake or smudge. It's a wetter mascara with a full brush. You can see that's wet. A lot gets off on the brush. And I will tell you, the bottle does tend to get a little messy because it's so wet. It's worth it. I love this. This really gives me giant eyelashes. I love it. Okay, next, to paint on my lid, the lightness on my eye. I've always loved the NYX Jumbo Stick and Milk, but I have to say this is probably my number two now. My number one has to be this L'Oreal True Match Concealer, because I don't have to go over this with any eyeshadow. I can lighten, and it just looks like I have a light eyeshadow on. This sometimes is a little bit stiff and a little white. So this acts more as an eyeshadow. Okay, next, a touch-up powder for during the day. From the drugstore right now, I would have to say it's this Maybelline Superstay. This is a full cover, and if I'm not going to be using my dual finish, which just perfects, this does the same thing. So I don't like this as a foundation, but I don't like the dual finish as a foundation. I love both of them as touch-ups. This is my favorite drugstore touch-up. Okay, next for eyeliners, more often than not, on my upper lash line, I either have a Rimmel Kohl pencil in black or a NYX pencil in black. I like either one of these. For liquid liners, I would say my top right now at the drugstore is this L'Oreal Liner Noir. The tip of it is a little bit stiffer, and I just find it real easy to apply a nice thin line. It's easy to come out and do a little baby wing with it, and I am loving this. Okay, for eyebrows, from the drugstore, I have one, and I use it daily. This Essence Make Me Brow in Blonde. It's what I comb my eyebrows out with every day. I love it. It has a tiny little spoolie. This is a lot like the Benefit Gimme Brow. They're very close to the same product, and I love this Essence Gimme Brow, and it's lasted forever. Okay, and then for lips, liners, always the Rimmel. I've used these since way before I had my channel. It's all I would need. Y'all, I heard Mel Thompson compare these to Chanel. I've never used Chanel, but I love my Rimmels, and I only like the ones that you have to sharpen. Any color you want. These are just great. And then I would say my absolute number one top lipstick from the drugstore is this L'Oreal Shine in 910. It is my perfect pinky nude. Hold on, I'll put a little on. Very moisturizing, sheer, but they still have great color to them. I keep one on my desk, I keep one in my car, I keep one in my purse. I love this Shine in 910. But recently I've fallen in love with these Almays, and there's two that I love. One is Girl Boss, and it's a pinky nude with a little bit of a shimmer. I'll put it right here. And it's that, just a baby pink with a little bit of a shimmer, but great for every day. And then Skip the Gem, and this is a great peachy nude. And I'm gonna put it right underneath it, that one. Those are two perfect nudes. These both have a little bit of shimmer, but very comfortable, and I love to just throw these on. Okay, then for a gloss, my absolute top at the drugstore are the Milani's. Make it full, keep it full. Y'all, this formula and the doe foot, I love the doe foot on these because it's so fat and you get a good application of it. I have it in Almost Natural, which is like an iridescent. I'll put a little of this on. Oh, I love that. And then this one in Almost Natural is a real opaque pinky nude, almost a white pink. And then I have another color that I can't find that's more of a peach. I love all of these. I also love the Rimmel glosses. These don't feel as luxurious going on as the Milani's do, but there's so many great colors of this. Blushing Belgraves, Sunday Best, Dorchester Rose. They have a lot of beautiful pinky nudes. I would say these are my top two gloss formulations at the drugstore. The Milani's feel a little bit cold on the lips, and these smell a little bit like lip gloss. It's not a very good description, but it smells like, you know, just an old-fashioned gloss. Okay, and that is all of my favorite drugstore products from every category. Y'all definitely down below tell me your favorite drugstore products so that I can pick them up and live them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.